Thanks for joining us for today's Northern Ag TV. Recently, the University of Wyoming's Institute for Managing Annual Grasses Invading Natural Ecosystems, also known as Imagine, has released a new educational film series to help educate the Western community on the spread of invasive grasses. Dr. Brian Mealor is the director for the Imagine Institute, and he shared the Institute's push behind the educational film.
Our attempt to shed some light not only on the issue that invasive annual grasses are causing in the western U.S., but also to give some insight into working groups that are doing good things throughout the region and that are strategically tackling this problem in their areas. I think there's kind of been a prevailing attitude for a number of years that, the cheatgrass is everywhere. There's nothing we can do about it. It's a foregone conclusion that's just going to continue to have enormous impacts on agriculture and wildlife and ecosystem goods and services. And some new science, we're starting to see that we can maybe strategically have a positive movement with this issue.
Dr. Mealor also serves as the director for the university's Sheridan Research and Extension Center, where he has the opportunity to work with producers and landowners firsthand in the fields. He shared some of the challenges that he's seen firsthand with these invasive grasses.
Overall, if we look beyond just Wyoming and look at the western U.S., the continued spread and impacts of things like cheatgrass, Ventonata, and Medusa head really are not just impacting some of the traditional things that we think about, like loss of high quality forage for livestock and wildlife, but in cases where they get dominant on sites, then they can actually change the way that those plant communities and those ecosystems function. We get more frequent fires, we lose plant species diversity. Those sites lose the potential to really provide the things that we would like to have from those sites.
The new project will be a series of educational films, the first titled Defend Your Core. Dr. Mealor shared the meaning behind the title.
We have the title Defend Your Core, and we've probably had a tendency to focus on some of the worst places where we've lost recovery potential. There's been sufficient degradation where most of the good guys are gone, and it's mostly just bad guys that are on those sites in terms of plants. And one of the concepts we're trying to encourage people to think through is that if we're focusing all our efforts on those highly degraded sites, invasion and impacts are still occurring in those high quality rangeland sites, and we need to not lose sight of proactively managing those places in a way to prevent further degradation and impact.
Brian Mealor noted that this film introduces the topic of invasive grasses to the whole Western community. And with plenty more films to come and plenty of research to still be released, viewers can learn more by going to invasivegrasses.com. That's all the time we have for today's Northern Ag TV, brought to you by BNSF Railway.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.